one recipe that I make on my blog more than any other recipe, and that is my homemade pizza dough. I am not even exaggerating when I say that I've made this recipe more than 100 times. My kids love it, and it is the one thing that I can make that will guarantee that everybody eats dinner that night. Now, in case you've never made homemade pizza dough, it's actually really easy, only a few ingredients. It does take a little bit of time, but it's super simple. Now, my pizza recipe has one little secret that makes it different than most of the other recipes out there that will make everyone think that you picked up the dough from the local pizzeria. Let's get into the kitchen and I'll show you how to do it. You are gonna start by combining 2.5 cups of warm water, 1/4 cup of granulated sugar, and 3 teaspoons of instant yeast. You'll want to let that mixture sit for a few minutes and make sure that it bubbles up. If it doesn't bubble up, you know that your yeast is not working and you'll need to start over with fresh yeast. Once that yeast has bubbled up, add in 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. In another bowl, combine 6 cups of flour with 2 teaspoons of salt and whisk that to combine it. Then you'll start adding the flour mixture to the bowl with the yeast mixture. I add in about 1/2 cup at a time and keep adding just until the dough barely starts to pull away from the sides of the mixer. You might need a little bit more, you might need a little bit less. And here is my secret. Less is more when it comes to flour. You still want your dough to be sticky. Yes, you want it to stick between your fingers. This is a little bit different than most recipes out there, but believe me, it makes all the difference. Once you have everything mixed together, you will grease a large bowl. I just used the bowl that I used to combine the flour and the salt, and turn the dough out into that bowl. You'll want to turn that over once to coat it in the oil, and then cover it and let it rise. Another trick here to make sure the dough doesn't stick to the plastic wrap is to spray the plastic wrap with non-stick cooking spray and then make sure that side is down on the dough. You'll want to let this dough sit at room temperature until it's doubled. This will take about an hour. My next secret is to always use a pizza stone. These are super inexpensive and can be found at most kitchen stores or even at big box retailers. Put your pizza stone into the oven and turn the oven as hot as you can get. You'll want to let this preheat in your oven for at least 30 minutes. That stone needs to be completely hot. Once your dough has risen, sprinkle a counter with flour and then pour the dough out onto the counter. Pull the dough around to the bottom of the bowl, stretching it to create one big ball of dough. Cut this dough into 3 equal portions. I like to use a bench scraper to do this. Then pull those into 3 smooth balls. Each ball will be about 1 pound of dough. I like to use parchment paper to roll my dough out, but you can use a floured surface and then transfer it on a pizza peel that has been coated with cornmeal. You can use a rolling pin to roll this out to a large circle. I usually try to use just my hands and my knuckles, but then at points I need to get in there with the rolling pin. Once you have it rolled out, top it with your desired toppings. We're going pretty traditional with this one: pizza sauce, mozzarella, and pepperoni. Use a pizza peel to transfer it all to the oven, parchment paper and all. At 475, mine takes usually 8 to 10 minutes to bake. Use that pizza peel again to pull the pizza from the oven, let it sit for a few minutes before cutting it into slices and enjoying. I hope you enjoy this recipe just as much as my family does. It is seriously one of our very favorite recipes. And if you liked this video, make sure you give it a like below, and you can follow me along on Facebook, on YouTube, or follow me on my blog, Taste and Tell. You can also get the full printable recipe by clicking the link that is down in the caption.